Hello, I'm Paul Dijkshoek, founder of Elastic Steel, method of athletic conditioning. Today I'm going to talk to you about sidekick applications in hand-to-hand combat in the street or in the ring. Okay? Very often people say that sidekick is not a good technique to go with the punching techniques. In other words, and this comes a lot from Muay Thai fighters and for MMA fighters, where the idea is you throw punches, you shuffle, you throw roundhouse kicks with a front leg, or you throw punches and you throw rear leg kicks. However, maybe sometimes you would throw a front kick, a push front kick with the punches, but the sidekick doesn't go there. Well, if you do sidekick correctly and you know how to transfer your weight for that sidekick between the punches and inside of those punches, it's a very effective technique. I'm going to talk about that right now. Very few people combine sidekick effectively with the punches, but when it's combined effectively, it's a great technique and can do a lot of damage and can be used very well. Okay, first of all, why use a sidekick in combination with a punch? We're going to talk about how to use it, how to do it correctly in a second, but why would you want to use it? Well, very often, sometimes people punch to the body, but very often you would see a 1-2 combination to the head, or you would see multiple punches to the head, okay? So having that happen, what does a person naturally do where there's a lot of punches come at the head? If they can move, they move. If not, the hands come up, the head drop, okay? And what happens there? As the head drops and the hand comes up, you would see that the body now, this is my head level right here. This is my body, about a foot distance. That foot distance is enough to be able to land a side kick, which obviously is a longer kick than any punch can be. Okay? Because notice, just as far as my jab reaches, my side kick will reach further. Okay? So, head drop, hands come up. The body usually becomes further than the head, okay, for that distance of the side kick. That's number one. Number two, exactly the same point. The hands come up. Okay? The idea is to protect the head, the hands come up. No one expects a kick in that range. And because nobody expects a kick in that range, that's precisely the point. A good side kick in that range, when the hands are up, will have an unprotected area here severely damaged. Okay? So, having said that, let's talk about actually how to throw a side kick between the punches. Because a lot of people actually don't know the mechanics of doing it, and for that reason they believe that it cannot be done. However, there are some fighters who do it very well because they have those mechanics established. Before we do anything, you have to have a good supporting leg turnout. If you don't have it, you're not going to be able to do what I'm going to show you right now. You have to look at the previous video and see how the supporting leg turnout work. Okay? So here, I'm going to use. Okay, let's say that's my opponent. I come with the punches. Okay, I'm here. My weight is shifted onto the front leg. My weight is shifted onto the front leg. There's no way that I can do a front leg side kick from here. Okay, there's no way I can do it. Why? Because the power of the kick comes from the supporting leg, obviously. And the mass transfer that that supporting leg provides. So I have to get my weight on that leg first. What does that mean? That means I have to shift my weight back. Once I shift it back on this leg, I can lift the chamber and kick. Okay? Once again, I saw the punches. There's no way I can throw a kick from here. Not possible. It doesn't matter. I throw a jab, my weight is forward. I throw a cross, my weight is forward. Okay? So, to throw a side kick, there is this time gap where I go back, go on this leg, throw the kick. Okay? So how can we minimize that gap? Well, we want to get the base, okay, our support forward as much as possible. Okay? So instead of just going forward, turning around, we bring that base forward and we turn it around at the same time. Okay? So heel turns to the target as much as possible. Okay, even without moving that leg forward. Just turning it brings the base a lot closer. Okay? Now the center of gravity is here, the base is here, that's a big difference. Okay? Now center of gravity is here, now it's a lot smaller difference. A lot less distance to go back and then explode forward. Okay? So here, the punch comes in, this comes up, the body's almost over this leg, can be completely over this leg, it's almost over this leg, very small movement back, and then boom, the side kick comes out. Okay? So once again, it doesn't matter if it's a jab, if it's a back fist, cross, if it's an uppercut, front hook, rear hook, the weight shift, boom, side kick, you step back and you're ready to go. Okay, so looking here, this is my distance for the punches. Okay, now without the person even stepping back, even if the head is not forward and the body is not back, and usually it is when the person begins to defend, even if that doesn't happen, you can still throw that kick. Okay, with full power, you can still throw that kick. Okay, if a person moves back, you can drag that foot a little bit closer. Okay, so I'm here, let's assume the person moves back, drag that foot a little bit closer. I have to keep spinning. Good today. Outside. We'll go this way. Good. side.